Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, and I hope that you really are having a magnificent day. For me, well, focusing on that which is so important to me, it makes my day good and not so good. The thing, if I put it in words as if they just crossed my mind a moment or so ago, I would probably say I am so disgusted with life. I can't even enjoy the simple things. You know, the little simple pleasures we talk about? Well, I'm so frustrated about certain things that those little simple things run right across my shoulder. I'm not even familiar with them. It's like the politicians. You know how politicians are. They got their own game. You got the politician, the one who wants to be the mouthpiece who speaks for the party, or the one who wants to have the mouthpiece and get the party to back it. Well, either way, you get some at different times representing each perspective. But every time, we, the people, always fall short of our goals as if we don't even know what our goals are supposed to be. Well, you get the Republicans, you get the Democrats. You haven't had a woman yet to be president, and got close. But you have had black man and white man. And it seems as if the agenda which is set for man and black man, or should I say black man and white man. And I'm confident that if it had been a woman, it would have been the same basic thing. It would have been the agenda of America, the agenda of the political process here. But I say, after we've looked at all of that going and coming, especially those things that are happening now and those things that happened at least in the past 10 years, we as humans need our own plan. We as human beings need our own plan. We as citizens in the United States of America need our own plan outside of representative government that has been representing us in the past. Does that mean a new system of government? I'm sure it does, because it will be an implementation of things that have not happened, things that we want to happen, and things that we want to be maintained. So that even follows with the system. And I want you to know that what I speak of, it, I'm talking about righteousness. Righteousness means everything to me. Because righteousness means, to me, it is for the basic human rights of all. Basic human rights for all. It is against all evil, and it's against all unrighteousness. What they do is expose the evil, they expose the unrighteousness, and they follow with an introduction of a method, a process for this which is failing to work, if it's that important and the people want it to work. Now, it will, my friends, work for everyone. That plan has to work for everyone. Now, what does that mean? That doesn't mean everybody got to use it. That means that if that plan means nothing to you, you have no need for that or anything, that plan does not hurt you. That plan does not work against you. So, my friends, this means the plan works for everyone. And righteousness is about standing for that and settling for nothing less. You have to maintain settling for nothing less. You can't be witchy-watching. You can't be settling for nothing less. And if you make a mistake and actually give allegiance to something else, as soon as you find out about it, you get that stuff straight. There is no place for unrighteousness or evil in righteousness. Now, when it comes down to unrighteousness, when it comes down to evil, those kind of humans, their goal is to destroy. It is to get rid of peace, get rid of freedom, and get rid of all power except his own. In order to do this, unrighteousness and evil is willing to accept and participate in lies, cheating, stealing. And in order to be able to be successful in the things that they're doing, they are able to incite racism and hatred and bigotry. This allows them to be able to pick up guns and kill and murder These the evils, the actions of unrighteousness. This is their MO. I would say these two things because I want you to know, have some idea what it means to be saying you righteous and you gonna be evil. And anyway, I'm stopped. I've given you an image of what righteousness would refer to, the kind of conduct, the kind of policy making, the ideal that would guide and persuade you to go the way to go. I also did the same thing for unrighteous and evil. Now, when you understand that, I want you to also understand that there are people in between. People that support righteousness, people in between that supports righteousness, but for one reason or another, they can't do anything more for the support of righteousness but vote. Now that's a very, very good thing. Somebody say, hey, that's your voice, your vote. And there are those who represent, who I'm for righteousness, but now I can only show my hand is when I can cover my hand up and nobody know it by voting. All right. There are those that choose the unrighteousness and the evil, but they have no desire to support the actions that causes certain pain to others. Now, let me make sure you understand that. Now, this is one that's in between. These people in between, they love the benefit of evil, of unrighteousness. You know, the power that comes from it. They love that. The abuse that others might have to go through, you know, that can put up with that. But now certain things that just going too far, they say, I don't want to go that way. But because of what they get out of it, they accept it. So what you really have, ladies and gentlemen, is that the in-betweens, those that would go with righteousness but can't give it all, those that would go with evil but ain't satisfied with it all of that is the power behind evil. It is the power behind unrighteousness. It is the power behind the pain and suffering in any and every country. It is the power behind the pain and suffering of you, your mother, your brothers, your sisters, your children, your community. This unrighteousness. And it's there because you do not know righteousness. Righteousness, again, is what I said. All things were made by the same power that made a tree, that made a ground, that made a sky. You were, and your purpose in life has been also so designed for that best that it can be. But you have choice to sway your way. And what we are doing is swaying our way. And that's why we got all the things that we got going on. The way to get all of that out of it and give us that kind of life that we dream of and say we're on our knees praying for is that we got to straighten up and get that stuff out and recognize that that joy that you seek, every man and woman and child on the face of the earth desires their own. And the only way you can get it is to be connected the right way. And what is that? Do unto others as you'd have others to do unto you. We are to love one another. And if any punishment to go along, let God give it. That way we don't have our hands in it. Let God do the punishment. We not judge. We love each other. We make sure that everybody got houses and food and clothing and shelter and education and transportation and a free ride up in space so they can float in the air. That they can come back down here and they have to worry about nothing. Their infrastructure is designed. They got a job, a career that gives them their greatest thrill. and the resources are hidden. As long as they're getting the thrill of creating the things that we the people enjoy and just got to have or not, it's here in abundance. So we can access it when we need, want, or desire. Our needs, wants, and desires met. We do call this kind of really nice. And we thank the people for coming up, the people who decide that we have to have our own plan. And that plan is designed because we take out that middleman, we take out that evilness, we take out that want to be boss, we take out that want to be God, and it's so obvious in any policy that anyone suggests. If it causes pain and suffering to anyone, it's got to go. So you think about this, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I'd share this with you. Did I leave anything? I wrote a note down. All the people in between support the unrighteous and evil. One support righteousness to a certain extent, one support evil to a certain extent. It takes both. Yes. You are committed to stopping it. You are supporting it. Right. I don't know if I made this ending clear. To be righteous, you are committed to ending the pain and suffering in the lives of people that you have recognized is happening. See, if you don't know it's happening, you can't do it. You've gone on. But the moment that you know, it got to stop. Whatever you got to do to make it known. And those who are with God, when I say God, I'm talking about those that's with righteousness. I'm talking about those who don't want the same stuff to happen to them. They are with you all the way. And it's no big problem because the system is designed so that this is how those who are in the representation knows what's going on. And not only do they know what's going on, a system is in play that makes it easy for them to fix it. You know, it's not about money. It's not about who got the money. It's not about who got this and who got that and who you got to persuade. No, you got to persuade the people, and the people have said this is what's got to happen and this is what's going to happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave it there and I'll talk to you again. Goodbye.